Thank you so much, Sunanda. What an engrossing format. First thing first, completely engrossed. I'm like zapped. I want to get up from the seat, but I'm not able to get up from the seat. And a big high five to everyone. Smile, because we are on Zoom. Huh? Not just because we are on Zoom, but smile covers smiles. And this is perhaps the only way we can say a warm hi to each other. So a high five. And thank you, Mamta ji, Aparna ji, Anantha ji, and many educators like them. In fact, Nikhil sir. What beautiful insights. I mean, I am so charged up that yes, students are not alone. It's not only government which is taking care of us, even the educators are so sincere. All right. So as I said, a high five, and I said smile covers smile. So the question was, what is the importance of emotional wellness coaching for the students? And I said emotions are both pleasant and unpleasant. To sway our emotions from unpleasant to pleasant is what we are looking at these days. With this, without any further ado, I would like to start with a story. The topic of my session, a quick session, is preparedness to accept results. And the story goes like, there were 4 friends named SARS, Spanish flu, World War I, and World War II. They were discussing that who has been the deadliest and worst to the world so far. All of them were boasting for themselves. And here came a hysteric laughter. Ha 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 ha. Fools, it is none of you. I am the deadliest. I am COVID-19. What? You don't believe me? Let's go for a polling. And they all went for a polling. Any guesses? Who came out as a hands down winner? No points for guessing. It was COVID-19 as the hands down winner. Next, please. Sunanda, next, please.
Yeah.
So, why? Thank you. So why has COVID-19 came out to be the deadliest enemy? Just because the current universe is facing it? Does that mean that World War I or II or Spanish flu was any less for the people who were living at that point of time? Now think from that angle. This will give us a boost. I will enable you from the emotional front to be prepared to accept results. World War I, II, Spanish flu, SARS, etc. Nothing was easy even that time. So is this COVID-19. Certainly, none of us knows which is going to be the new normal for any of us. Those days also, people were working towards success. These days also, people are working towards success. But what is success? Post-COVID-19 wave will decide the definition of success for many of us. In fact, most of us. So does that mean we keep one hand on the other and sit with long face and crib as to, what is happening, what will happen? No, let's not compare things from the past. Past is gone now. We have to be prepared for the future. How? Because new normal is not yet known. So I'll give you a few tools from the emotional intelligence discipline that how can we be prepared to be in the state of resourcefulness even now. Although the future is still unknown, we all know that, but cribbing will not solve the purpose. Let us gather all our resources and now work towards success. Next slide, please. Few tools from the area of emotional intelligence to be up when things don't shape up well. Let's take example of students, because there are many students who are listening to it. There are editors, and then there are various coaches who are listening to this crisp conversation. So the very first pie of my tools is intention. What is the intention? Is my intention to compare things with the past? Then I'm sorry, please change the intention. The intention to be prepared to accept the result will be that, okay, I have to gather all my resources. Now the resources are not always only money. Even your knowledge is your resource. Even your connections are your resource. Maybe some old skills that you learned can be your resource. So what is my intention? My intention is to work forward, to accept the new normal, be it whatever. Second, the narrative. Now, if my narrative is towards I cannot, I do not, what will happen? Then perhaps my intention, the strongest of the intention also will fail. So can my narrative as a student be whatever time I am given now because of the because of the this disease, let me make use of this time. I will certainly use my time for my entertainment with friends, but can I also form maybe small groups within my friends to discuss some power topics as we do in organizations? So students, you are actually gearing up for the organizational mentor-mentee and the buddy coaching system kind of a thing. Change is always abrupt. Unless it is planned, change is always abrupt, and it is the abrupt change that brings in revolution. So I go back from intention. I started with intention. I moved to narrative. I am moving to repetition. Why repetition? If you keep repeating this narrative by with kind of intensity, with a kind of high intensity that, okay, you know, I have these many resources and this is how I can make use of resources. Bring your attention to what is possible, who are working for you. Your government is working for you, educators are working for you. And as I was mentioning that I'm completely taken, taken ahead. I have been moved with the conversation that I heard from Aparna ji, Ananta ji, and the educators, that how much are they doing for us. So let my intention be, I have to utilize this time and not compare it with the past. The new normal I am preparing for. Who are my resources? My own skills, my own willingness to work, and my friends can be my resources. My teachers can be my resources, and I have to repeat this with intensity time and again. So 5 tools very quickly: intention, narrative, repetition, intensity, and attention. Whichever wolf you will feed will grow in your head, bad or good, entirely your call. Next slide, please. Thank you, Kavita. Oh yes. So I was never, I was never very fond of chess. But while I was reading this stimulus choice response thing, I was reminded of this game, chess. How smartly the game of chess teaches us two things. One, being resilient. Another, being emotionally empowered. What does it mean? You know, the pawns who are in the front line, they may be the warriors, they may be the frontline warriors, but you know why most of them, they die down very soon, sooner than the elite class? Because they have no choice. So when the stimulus is to move ahead, they move ahead, and whatever is the response, they have to either move one straight house ahead, or they have to or they have to, cut down the other party. They have they don't have much choice. The only choice is whether to move or not. But the elite class has a beautiful choice with resilience. That is, a horse may have moved 5 times, but it will not wait even once in moving back one by one whenever there is the need. The strategy has to change, of course. Time has changed. New normal is going to change. And henceforth, what is it that we need to change? We need to change the thought that past was better, future will be good too. But we will have to play the narrative accordingly. So I'm trying to enable you from the emotional front. Resilience is bouncing back. It is not only enduring, okay, sitting down in the lockdown, enduring whatever is happening. No, even as students, I mean, thanks to all these educators who have come up with such brilliant initiatives. So as a student, what is your responsibility now? The responsibility is, let me make use of this time. Let me have the schedule. Let me bounce back. I will bounce back because I am the future of the nation. And emotional empowerment, whatever is happening around, it will keep happening. Park it. Park it for some time. Be selfish. Get detached. It is easy to say, but it is not impossible to practice. Practice the narrative here. Bring your attention to what you can do. It is the matter of choice. Stimulus is same for all of us. Next slide, please. So the last slide will sum up everything. The 5 tools that I gave you and the chess game that I talked about. This slide, the last slide, will sum up everything. The very first tip is embrace your emotions. To acknowledge, even if you feel like crying, cry, that's all right. Vent it out. Let the sadness not engulf you, because the moment it starts engulfing you, your amygdala gets hijacked. Let it not be hijacked. Talk, communicate. As Dr. Talwar said, communication is important. And I could see that emotional intelligence pointer also, the second last pointer. Of course, you need to communicate. Talk to your friends, talk to your siblings, talk to your parents, talk to yourself. And let the unpleasant emotions be segregated from the pleasant emotions. I'm not saying do not express them and then let them vent out. Recognize the unhealthy attempts to reduce pain. So if, let's say, keeping quiet or watching TV is not helping you at all, change to something. You have a house, you are privileged to have a house and certain resources. Practice healthy coping skills. Your own coping skills matter a lot. So a sounding board can be your coping skill, writing a diary can be your coping skill, or maybe attending too many webinars can be your coping skill. Whatever it is, you have to, I'm saying, there is no choice now, because gone are the days when Kurt Lewin gave us a choice, unlearn and relearn. Now the nature, this virus has taught us, you have to push your comfort zone, you have to unlearn and relearn. Develop realistic thoughts about failure. Even if something is getting failed, it is not me who is getting failed, it is my attempt. So I'll reattempt things, that's all right. Accept an appropriate level of responsibility. So something that's not in your control, that's not in your control. Do not hold yourself responsible for it, because that will only bring in the unhealthy or the unpleasant emotions. Find the gap. So something, as one of the educator very rightly said, if the two by two multiplication has to be taught, let the one by one multiplication be strong enough, and re-strategize and act. This is the time. Happy emotioning. Use this time. You will never get this time back, because self-introspection is what we keep talking about. To accept the results, to be prepared to accept the results, acknowledge your emotions, and be emotionally empowered by figuring out what are my resources, how can I make use of them. On this note, last slide, please.
Yeah, it was the last slide, I believe. Yeah, there is nothing else.
Okay, so the last slide is thank you. Thank you, see? And that's it.
Thank you so much, Anju.
Thank you for being patient listeners.
Anju, you
My
always...
pleasure, dear Sunanda. Thank you so much.